It's your girl Samaya back with another video. I'm really excited to go over the trade that I took today. This was such a beautiful setup. This is the one that I posted on my Instagram story today, actually. And I was just blown away. Like, I've been doing this for 3 years, but I never cease to be so impressed by day trading and just how simple it has become. And I'm just really grateful for my trading journey for days like today, for trades like the one I'm about to show you. So without further ado, before we go ahead and get started, don't forget to subscribe if you like these trade breakdown videos. If you find this video helpful or at the very least entertaining in some way, or inspires you to continue on your trading journey or to start your trading journey, go ahead and give this video a like, and any comments, questions, anything like that, go ahead and drop them below because I read and see everything, okay? All right, so let's get into it. I'm going to share my screen. Perfect. Okay. So welcome, y'all. This is Wednesday evening, the day of this trade that I'm going to show you. So today's July 5th. I'm going to show you what happened during New York session this morning for a natural gas futures. Okay, so let's get into it. So first thing, you guys know I am a sucker for the 7 a.m. candle. Okay, the 7 a.m. candle Pacific time. Okay, 9 a.m. Central time, 10 a.m. Eastern. That is my sweet spot. That is the earliest that I will be looking to place a trade. So this happened around like 7:30, just a little after 7 o'clock. So I'm going to break it down for you guys. I started my day this morning off on the 2-hour time frame. Okay, and this is more or less what I saw was just my kill zone, which is this white area here, and everything to the left, right? Previous price, okay? Let me know if you saw the last video where I break down all of these previous trades. So here we are. I figured, you guys, I knew there was going to be a big sell-off given the activity from Friday. Giving the activity from Monday of this week. So I was just waiting for the sell to happen because it didn't happen on Monday. And then it happened today and it happened. And when it happened, it was gorgeous. Okay. So more or less, I started off, the first thing that I do is I always mark off my zones, right? If it breaks above here, price is going to buy. If it breaks below here, price is going to sell. So I have my buy zone in blue, my red zone, and my sell zone in red. And I base it off of, you guys probably know this already if you have like seen any of my other videos, but if this is your first time seeing my strategy and how I trade, I use Hakanashi candles for one, and then I draw my zones from the body of the candle to the wick, right? Of the most recent high for my buy zone. So what that looks like, here, I just took, instead of taking this whole wick, you guys know me, I don't want a big area, and that's not even huge, but I just kind of like those concise zones. So I drew it off of this body and this wick off of this candle. Okay. And so essentially what I'm saying here is that if price breaks above here, I'm going to go in for buy positions. Okay. Now for my sell, and I thought this was such an interesting trade to break down for you guys, because usually I have perhaps like days like this where I have like red and green candles. Okay, so I have buying and selling candles where it's relatively easy to mark off okay, this is a high that I'm basing my zone off of. This is a low that I'm basing my zone off of, right? This day was interesting because my entire like previous day before this opening candle was green, right? Like just straight buying. However, what I did notice is that I do have these lower wicks here, okay? And on Hakanashi candles, lower wick represents indecision in the market or selling momentum. Okay, so when I come down to a smaller time frame and show you guys how I found my entry, you'll see pretty much how I identified this. And actually, another way that I can show you too, even on this time frame, if I just go to traditional candles instead of Hakanashi for a second, you'll see that this area that I drew, it actually does show indecision candles, and it's still that lower wick, like doji candle. It's still the same on a traditional candle, So you guys can just see it here, right? Like if it's not as clear, because seeing straight green, it's like, okay, well, like where would I potentially draw my sell zone? Like if price breaks below here, I know I can trust the market as much as I can throw it, but I can trust that the direction has strong momentum behind it, right? So another way that you can identify that, right, is like, okay, boxing off these equal lower wicks here off of these dojis. Okay, so you can also do it on a smaller time frame, but I'll show you that. So that's how I drew my zones, and at this point I was just waiting for price to break. So at 7, this is the orange line here, marks the 7 a.m. candle. It was on that candle that we got our break to the downside outside of the zone, letting me know we are going to sell today. So I come down to the 5-minute, and this is where you guys can really see my entry. My ideal like A+ setup is if I see a break of a significant zone, so my buy zone or my sell zone, and then from there, if I get a pullback to that zone that it just broke, and then I want to enter. That's like my A+ setup, is like an actual break, retest, then enter. I don't get that every time, and sometimes I just pull the trigger because I've been trading long enough, and then to just understand like, okay, you didn't get the pullback, momentum is just strong enough to just hop in and ride the trend. But also I've been trading this particular strategy since April and futures since April, and I have found what works for me. So I'm just breaking that down for you guys. So here's the 7 a.m., right? This orange line again. This is the view on the 5-minute. So pretty much here, I did get that pullback, and it's just these 2 candles, you guys, right? It broke, pulled back to that zone very close to it, and I took the next momentum candle. Very, very simple. Just to make it even more clear, this was my entry candle, okay? So if I zoom in a little bit, you guys can see all of this happened before 7 a.m., so I'm not worried about getting faked out by this break and then this like huge pullback, like such a huge pullback really would have taken out so many people's stop losses. So for me, I just 7 a.m. the market smooths out, and that's just when I trade. So I got my break at 7, literally, and then I just wait for that pullback, got it, and that next momentum candle on Hakanashi being when I didn't get any like wicks on both sides, right? Like there's no, it's just straight momentum, straight to the downside. I got a flat top, flat top, flat top, just straight momentum. What I was targeting, you guys not usually go 1 to 3 unless I have reason to target market structure for a larger risk to reward. So that's exactly what I was doing. So here, if I zoom out a little bit, I was looking at this area of significance, okay, where price really got caught up. And then this spiked to the downside, and then price shot up when it got here, right? Shot up right away. So that area was significant for me. So this general area was where I was targeting as my take profit. And sure enough, the market repeats itself, okay? And as you guys can see, that's exactly where price came. So price came generally in this area, 1, 2, actually more than that, if you just keep scrolling back, that's like this whole area is really significant. Okay, so there's all of this right on this line is where price just kept wanting to come to. I figured it would just come there again, and it sure enough did, right? The market does what it usually does, nothing, outside the norm there. Price pushed down a little bit further, but my furthest TP for sure got hit for a 1 to 5. So I'm going to show you guys and calculate for you how much I made today. So I trade natural gas futures. So with that, the way that the math breaks down, and I can just show you guys this quickly without making this video too long. So the way it breaks down for similar to Forex, how you would calculate how much you're risking or how much you could potentially earn from the market. But for me, it's going for futures, the way it's calculated is very similar. It's the contracts value, right, per tick. Okay, so think about like when you have a standard lot size, how that's $10 per pip, right? If you have a micro, a mini, it has its different conversions. It's the same here, but it's just universal across all brokers. So it's $10 per tick. Okay. Oops, sorry, y'all. Trying to do a dollar sign. $10 per tick times the number of contracts, which is essentially your lot size. So for me, I did 7 contracts. I pretty much always do. And then the number of ticks, which in this case was 69. Okay. So you guys can see 69 right there at the bottom. 69 ticks, 1-to-5 risk to reward ratio. So when you put it all together, right, and do that math, and it's all multiplication, 10 times 7 times 69. Are y'all ready? You ready? It was a $4,800 day. Yay! No, this was a great trading day. It really was. So I'm just super grateful for the skill set of learning how to trade, and I feel really blessed to be teaching you guys as well. And if you're not already in the Discord, go ahead and join. Go ahead and join in the description down below is where you'll find the link. You can find me on Instagram as well at Little Miss 300 a day, and TikTok too. Okay, I just want to connect with you guys. So that's it for this video. I will upload another on Friday. Ooh, 3 uploads, 1 week. Look at her. All right, y'all. Talk soon. Bye.